Hello. Hello and welcome to this video. I will show you how to achieve this work makeup look. It's very simple, it's nothing crazy. Just keep on watching. If you do like it, please do give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe. We're starting with prepping our skin, and I use the Skin MD. It's a natural shielding lotion, and I usually do this right before heading out the door to work. I kind of like put everything in here. So let's get started. Yes, and I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. It's like a matte, semi-matte foundation. It's awesome. It just doesn't have a pump, but it's okay. We'll make it work. What I do is I put it in the back of my hand when I'm in the car looking at the mirror, and I just put kind of like this much. I always start off with very little and then I put more if I need to. Just dot it in the face. This is like more than enough. This is fine. And if you need to add more, you can always add more. To blend out this specific foundation, I use the Morphe M439. It's a big fat brush. It's awesome. And what I do is that I just kind of dab and blend it in. This brush is awesome for that, by the way. And literally, it's literally just patting, and you see how much it takes. It takes like all of your face. It's pretty cool. It's a good old classic brush. Okay, foundation is almost all blended in. Sometimes I take my time with it because it's like, you know, it's foundation. It's always good to drag. All right, next thing is concealer. And sure enough, we're using the Tarte Shade Tape. #1 concealer for the past 2 years. It's awesome. A little goes a long way with this concealer, so just do it in the area that you're gonna highlight. Always try to use a concealer that's a little bit lighter than your foundation so it can give you that effect. It's the same brush, and I just blend those same areas with the same brush. When I'm blending down my concealer, I drag it a little bit down so it can give that effect, you know? And it's okay for you to like also use it. If you're gonna prime, you could prime with the same concealer. It's awesome. Like if you're planning on using eyeshadow, I don't do eyeshadow for work, but you can if you want. Almost done. Don't forget to blend the top, please. It's awesome. This concealer dries down to like a matte, and it literally doesn't crease at all. That's why it's #1. Concealer's done. Time to set the face. Mercier, awesome setting powder. And what I do is that, you know, when you grab it, make sure you kind of tap off because it's a powder. And that's it, you spot conceal. I set this is just so, you know, you don't get creasing throughout the day. And with this setting powder, I am going to set the whole face with like my blush brush. Wipe off from yesterday's blush. Same thing, gonna grab I don't know, I don't wanna grab so much. And then you just, poof. I'm poofing. Simple enough, right? Nothing complicated, nothing crazy. Cool, we're matte. Let's bring some color to this face now. Contour / bronze. I don't always contour, but sometimes I do. I've been getting into the habit of doing that. So I'm gonna be using the Hoola Benefit, tiny little one. I do kind of like a C, 1, 2, or is this an E? I don't even know what this is. Whatever. Carve out them cheekbones. I love this brush for this because it has like the edge. It's awesome. Truth and reality, what I do is, this is how I contour my nose. I don't know what I do. But yeah, it's okay. Always, one trick to makeup, always start off with small amounts and then you could build your way up. Next thing is blush. We will use a oldie and a goodie, Pinch Me from MAC. Be careful with this brush though. It's like really very, very pigmented. And we're gonna use the Morphe E4. And apply your blush. Just do like a swerving motion if you want. Some people used to go like that. This freaking brush is amazing. It's like cotton. And it just like, it lays down the blush beautifully. So a little bit goes a long way with this. So start off very small. I'm dramatic, so you know me. Oh, you don't know me actually, but you will. And whenever you put too much, I'll show you a trick later. You can actually remove the blush by adding more of the translucent powder. If you feel like you added too much blush, you're not gonna try to take it off. You take it off with translucent powder. You just dip it and it kind of removes it. It's pretty cool. Alrighty, done. Eyebrows. Clearly I need to do something with these eyebrows. I don't go anywhere. I don't leave my house without having eyebrows. So here we go. I'm using NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow product. This is my dupe for my Anastasia Beverly Hills because I ran out of that. So for eyebrows, I'm gonna spoolie through them. These thin as eyebrows. And then what I do is that the shape that I want is what I create first with soft strokes. So you're gonna just do soft strokes. Pretend that you're adding those brows at the bottom here. You're creating that shape, right? As you're creating that shape, you're gonna like spoolify it. It's a word, spoolify. So you see you're starting at the bottom. And then you see where it's missing hair at the top, which I wish I had hair. I'm gonna create that hair. And you're just gonna create it, right? Soft strokes. And then right in the middle, then you just eventually just do it all over the entire brow. But I usually start off with the bottom first. Let's go on to the next brow. This is the part of my makeup that takes the longest is the brows. Because you want to make them perfect. Which never happens, but you try. At least we all do. Alrighty. So this is just like a constant motion of creating that shape. And with the spoolie, you're blending out that liner, whatever that you're adding. Okay, and then you go, and you're adding hair. Bam. All right. Eyebrows are almost done. And as you can see, yeah, it takes a little time to do your eyebrows, but you know, that's just me being me. All right, next thing is eyeliner. I always will do my waterline no matter what. I will never show to work or anywhere without my waterline because I have tiny beady eyes. So I will go ahead and add that. And then most of the time I will add also a wing as well. So we're gonna go ahead and do the waterline. Wet n Wild, amazing crayon for the waterline. Look how awesome it is, literally. Bam. So cool. It's literally, you get 2 for $5. It's awesome. And you know, it's amazing. It's very soft, so be very, very careful with this because it will smudge easily. It's cheap, so what can you do? But whatever, it works. We're gonna go ahead and do that wing. How do you do a wing so perfect? It's just the way you do it. You pretend that you have an invisible, you see your bottom right here, your eye, you pretend that there's like it continues going upwards. So let's create this invisible line. So it's gonna continue going upward, right? So just create that. That's it. That's the first part. It's so simple after that. So after that, you're just gonna go in and create the rest of it. Okay. You're not gonna touch what you just did. You're just gonna, you created your imaginary, you followed that imaginary line. You did your actual eye, and then you're just gonna connect them in that corner. You're gonna close your eye and connect them from the top to the bottom. That's it. See? It's a connected wing. That's all it is. And then you're just gonna perfect it as you wish, or not. All right, do my next eye. Let's see that invisible line is going upwards. You always wanna make sure you make it upwards. Bam, imaginary eye line upwards. See, I follow my original line. I didn't do anything yet. At the end is when I connect them to. And then, you know, you don't always have like a perfect wing. It's never really gonna happen. So you can perfect it as you can. Most of the time I don't. I'm doing this for the sake of this video. It's all about just like going back and forth, you know. And the thing too is that this is a dried ass. It's like dried out eyeliner. I have to get a new one, I know. All right, so. I don't think it's gonna get any more perfect than that, so. Let's move on to mascara. I'm using the Stila. These actually came two double. This is usually $22, but this is $25 for both, so why not? All right, and that's it. Mascara your eyes, eyelashes, and I do top and bottom, both eyes. Simple, nothing crazy. I try not to clump too much because then it's like it becomes a clumpy mess. I mean, you can if that's you. You can do whatever you want, but you always, you know. There's one thing I don't take my time with is with my lashes. I just do my eyebrows take the longest time. It's the longest thing of like my makeup routine. All right, this is an optional part if you want to, but the Hourglass, I don't know what this is called, Luminous Light, you can use that as your highlight, or if you want to, you don't have to. Sometimes you want to go for that matte look, you can. This is just a little touch that I add because I might as well use it since it's my mirror. And you can put this anywhere the light hits. And that is it, except for my lipstick. I need my lipstick. This is ULTA. Amazing lip crayon type of thing. I'll put the name, all of it below. And then very bold, I know, so bold. And other last thing, if you want to do, if it's optional or not, you can just take a little spoolie little pencil like this and just touch. If you want to create just a bolder look, I do. I know it's work, but I don't care. If I could do anything to make my eyes look bigger, I will. And then this is what I do with my bottom lash line. I just kind of smudge it with that same, remember that smudgy eyeliner that I put down there? It's amazing to smudge. So, smudge. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, please feel free to leave some comments, like, subscribe if you want to continue on this journey and you get to know me.